Let's pick up where we left off. In the last video, I asked you to reflect on your past expenses and figure out which of them were actual assets. Meaning, they put money in your pocket either directly or indirectly. And for many of you, that alone must have been an eye-opener. But today we're going a level deeper. Because just tagging something as an asset expense isn't enough. Not all assets are created equal. Some fuel your growth. Some support your lifestyle. Some expand your mind. And some build your future net worth. So here's the big idea for today. There are 4 types of asset expenses. And you need to know where your money is going within these 4. This isn't just about being financially smart. It's about being intentional. It's about aligning your spending with your goals, your values, and the kind of life you're building. This framework comes from Malhotra, and it perfectly complements what we're doing here in your journey toward financial freedom. Because once you understand what kind of asset you're actually investing in, your clarity improves. And so does your decision making. Let's dive in. Type 1. Operating assets. These are the things that help you generate income directly. Think of them as the tools of your trade. If you're a freelancer, your laptop and internet connection are operating assets. If you're a delivery executive, your bike is an operating asset. If you're a coach or consultant, your Zoom subscription, email software, or even your phone could qualify. These are assets that don't just sit around. They work with you, side by side, helping you earn. Let me give you an example from a client I once coached. He was a content creator, struggling to grow his business. But he hadn't upgraded his camera in 4 years. Once he invested in a better camera and some basic editing tools, his video quality went up, views increased, and within months, his brand collaborations doubled. That camera, that was an operating asset. The expense didn't just sit there. It opened income doors. So here's your reflection. Are you investing in your tools? Or are you holding back from spending on the very things that help you earn more? Type 2. Lifestyle assets. Now this one's a bit tricky. Lifestyle assets don't bring money in directly, but they improve your quality of life in a way that frees up your energy, time, or health, which indirectly supports your income and peace of mind. For example, a fully automatic washing machine that saves your or your family members' time every day. That's a lifestyle asset. A good chair that supports your posture while you work long hours from home. That's a lifestyle asset. Even a home water purifier, because it saves you from buying bottled water constantly or protects your family's health, is a lifestyle asset. Here's the trap though. A lifestyle asset can easily cross into luxury or liability if you're not careful. That's why you've got to ask, is this purchase adding freedom and function, or is it adding financial weight and stress? The golden rule here: it must solve a real problem or remove friction in your day-to-day life, not just feed your comfort zone. Type 3. Intellectual assets. Now this is my favorite category, because most people ignore this. But this is the real engine of wealth creation. Intellectual assets are anything you invest in to upskill yourself, sharpen your mind, or expand your earning potential. Think online courses, books, seminars, coaching programs, mentorship, certifications, even YouTube Premium, if you use it to upskill without distractions. If you ask me, this is where most middle-class people fall short. We'll spend Rs 30,000 on a new phone, but hesitate to invest Rs 3,000 in a course that could increase our income forever. I remember a mentee from one of my earliest coaching batches. She used to spend mindlessly on weekend outings. But once we broke down her spending, she realized she could redirect that same budget into learning digital marketing. Within 6 months, she had a side income. That course, that was her intellectual asset. That's what gave her options. So now I ask you, how often are you investing in your brain, your skills, and your personal growth? Because that's the one asset that drives every other asset. Type 4. Financial assets. This one you know well. It includes everything that directly grows your net worth over time. SIPs, stocks, mutual funds, PPF, NPS, gold, real estate investments, FDs, debt funds, you name it. These are long-term players. They may not give you immediate results, but they compound quietly and powerfully. This is also the category that gets most of the attention in personal finance conversations. But as you can now see, it's just one type of asset expense. It's critical, but not complete. Let me simplify this. Suppose you're investing Rs 15,000 a month in SIPs. That's your financial asset expense. But if you're also investing Rs 5,000 a month in upskilling, Rs 2,000 in maintaining your health, and Rs 1,500 in tools that help your business grow, that's a beautiful diversified asset spending plan. Now let's bring it back to you. I want you to go back to that list of asset expenses you identified in the last video. One by one, assign each of them to one of these four types. Is it an operating asset? A lifestyle one? Intellectual, financial? And once you've done that, observe the pattern. Where are you investing the most? Where are you underinvesting? And does that balance reflect the life you're trying to create? For example, if your financial assets are growing, but your operating or intellectual assets are zero, you might be building wealth, but not building income potential. If you're overspending on lifestyle assets and neglecting your financial investments, you might be optimizing for comfort, not freedom. There's no right or wrong here, but there is clarity, and that clarity is power. Here's something I want you to reflect on deeply. Are you spending like a freedom seeker or like a lifestyle chaser? Let's say your goal is to quit your job in 5 years and start your own venture. Then your asset spending today should lean more toward operating and intellectual assets, not just saving for a distant retirement. Or maybe your goal is peace of mind and stability. Then financial assets and some lifestyle upgrades might be your top priorities. You see how the type of asset expenses you prioritize must align with your values and freedom goal. This is where the transformation begins. To wrap up, I want to remind you, every rupee you spend on assets is a vote for the kind of life you're building. The more conscious you are about which kind of asset you're building, income generating, quality of life improving, skill enhancing, or wealth compounding, the more control you have over your financial direction. In the next video, we'll flip the coin. Because not every expense that looks useful is actually helping you. Some expenses drain you. They steal your freedom instead of building it. These are liability expenses, and they're sneakier than you think. So let's catch them before they catch you. I'll see you there.